Hello friends and welcome back. As always, I am doing my very best to keep you all updated with all news regarding to Stardew Valley and Haunted Chocolatier. I'm making this video within like 24 hours of ConcernedApe tweeting his new updates for Stardew, and then I need to get it posted within like 12 hours, so if this video is a little scuffed, I apologize. I'm doing it very quickly. We have been keeping up with little sneak peeks and updates from ConcernedApe regarding this 1.6 update for a while now. We've seen hints at an Iridium Scythe.
What did he say?
New dialogue, and an all-new festival. Be sure to check out my other videos, an all-new festival, what to expect in the Stardew Valley 1.6 update, and Stardew Valley 1.6 update, what to expect. I'll go over those things in more detail and ponder them a little bit more. The other day, ConcernedApe tweeted this breakdown of what to expect for the new update. This is way more information than what I expected to see from ConcernedApe, as he usually likes to keep things pretty secretive, but let's get started on this list. First on the list, and something that we already were kind of aware of, was a brand new festival. I've talked about this some in my past videos, and there's some speculation as to what this new festival might be and also when it might be. Many people think that perhaps there will be a new Ginger Island festival for those who are further in-game to have something else to look forward to when getting to the island. It could be for coconuts, it could be for walnuts, or of course it could be for ginger. I wonder what kind of games a Ginger Island festival would involve. We have the egg hunt in spring, we have ice fishing in winter, there's carnival games and a maze in the fall. Surely there would be some sort of game for whatever the new major festival is. Next that is on the list and is related to the first one is there's 2 new mini festivals. So not only are we getting a brand new major festival, but also 2 new mini ones. Now this is not something that I expected to see at all. We're already getting a brand new major festival and 2 new mini ones. ConcernedApe never disappoints us. Other festivals I've heard about from other fans would be something that's similar to Valentine's Day, so something that's sort of a little bit more romantic than just the flower dance. Or perhaps a hat parade for our little friend Hatmouse who lives down in the south side of the woods. There's a lot of possibilities for mini festivals and what sort of games or things we'll have to prepare for them, so I'm super excited to see what's coming to Stardew Valley and when. Also, check out these new sprites. It looks like perhaps we're getting new crops or maybe new food recipes. There appears to be a fish computer or a TV of sorts. I wonder if that will tell you if your fishing luck is good or bad that day, or perhaps it will tell you what fish are available to catch on that day. I know fishing is very hard for newcomers to the game, especially when you're trying to figure out what's available during which season and what type of day and what type of weather, and you know, maybe this new little fish computer or TV will help new players to understand that better and complete the community center faster. There also appears to be a new type of bush, with a new type of crop or a forageable on it. I'm not totally certain what this will contain. Do you guys have any guesses? Feel free to leave them in the comments below. Next on the list, we see that there will be new late game content which expands on each of the skill areas. The skill areas are as follows. There's farming, foraging, mining, fishing, and combat. Each of these areas increases as you progress throughout the game, and when reaching levels 5 and 10, you can choose professions for that skill. Choosing professions of different skills allows you to have less waiting time for things, more money for things, more chances for things to drop more often. It kind of depends on what you choose as a profession. Perhaps once we get 10s on everything, will there be a possibility to get 15? I'm not sure, because I think that seems a little bit hard and will make things more difficult for people trying to get perfection. So what do you guys think? Next on this list is new items and new crafting recipes. Here we see a few sprites showing us what to look forward to. It appears that there's going to be a new warp totem, but it looks a little different from the others. Most warp totems allow us to teleport instantly from one area to another. The farm warp totem has saved me many times in the Skull Caverns and when in the volcano on Ginger Island. This new warp totem is purple, and it's happy looking. I wonder if this will allow us to choose where we get to warp to. Like, we'll get a list that you can warp to these different areas, kind of like the scepter, so I don't know if that would be probably just a one-time use thing for people who don't have the scepter yet, maybe? With it being purple, I'm also imagining that iridium bars are needed to craft this special new warp totem. We also have another purple item that is a new purple beverage. Is it coffee? Is it tea? Just iridium beverage? What kind of power-ups will an iridium drink give our farmer? Guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Maybe we can become a superhero. We also see what looks like to me is a quiver and arrows. Perhaps we have a chance to now craft a new weapon in Stardew. We get slingshots, but for the most part, all we get to fight with is different types of swords. Maybe now we will get a bow and arrow. This will be especially handy when fighting slow-moving monsters and enemies like ghosts and zombies, and maybe even bats, that come in from far away. I really hate fighting ghosts and always having to wait for them to slowly float back and just do one swing and then they slowly float back and it just takes forever to finally kill them. So if we have a bow and arrow and we can have some long distance kind of weaponry, that might make a lot of things easier in the mines. The next part of the list I'm imagining relates to something else that ConcernedApe tweeted earlier this week, and that is new Joa alternatives to some of the endgame quests. Earlier, ConcernedApe tweeted this picture of one of the parrots on Ginger Island sitting on a stand with Joja coins on the photo. Perhaps this means we can build a small Joja cart on the island? What if we can pay to have a cruise ship come to the island? This seems very Joja Mart Big Corpo to me, to suck out every bit of money that Joja Mart can out of the island for tourism. But this can't be the only Joja alternate for the end of game quests. Perhaps, similar how you can choose between doing the community center and going the Joja route at the beginning of the game, early on in game, maybe once on the island you'll be given a choice again to choose to hunt for golden walnuts or just pay your way through the island on a Joja route instead. Similar to how you would in Pelican Town, how you pay through Joja Mart bundles. To me, this seems very likely. As the hunt for golden walnuts is incredibly difficult, it would make sense to take a Joja route to just basically paying off the parrots instead of gathering walnuts for them. It would also make sense why a parrot would have Joja coins on its parrot stand if this were the case. Something I've talked about in my past videos is that we will be getting new dialogue for characters. However, it is far more than I anticipated. There's over 100 new lines of dialogue. I was expecting like maybe 5, so I'm very excited to hop in the game and see some conversations between the farmer and the villagers, because right now for me, it's all the same. Next up is something that seems to have a lot of people hyped, and that is the addition of having winter outfits added in to the vanilla game. Now, there are seasonal outfits mods that you can equip with your computer. However, for some people that play on a console or mobile, you can't use mods. So for those that can't play with mods, now there will be winter outfits for the villagers. This one update may seem super simple, but man, it is the update I'm seeing everyone get the most hyped about. We can also see some more new sprites of new items on this updated sheet. We have a new ticket, a mystery bin, and a new mystery character. He's hooded and is holding what appears to be a cup of coffee. I resonate with that on a deep emotional level. When you complete the missing bundle, which, if you don't know what the missing bundle is and you don't know how to do that yet, check out my video, How to Build a Movie Theater in Stardew Valley. You'll get a movie theater and then you can get tickets for it and invite people into the valley to go watch movies with you. So I wonder what this new ticket is for. Is it a bus ticket that we can buy in advance to take to the desert? And what's this mystery box? It gives me Mario vibes. I'm excited to see what will happen if I punch it. Next on this very extensive list of the new updates is there's new types of rewards for completing the billboard requests. The billboard requests are found between Pierre's and Harvey's places, where the villagers will request different things like forageables, fish, crops, minerals, and more. You retrieve the item and bring it to the villager for a reward. Typically, the reward is money. You can unlock 2 different achievements in the game for completing requests. Gopher is awarded at 10 completed quests, and A Big Help is completed at 40. Perhaps now there will be one for 20 and 30 completed quests, and will offer more prizes for completing these quests and achieving these achievements. Another new update that appears to be for PC only is for 8-player multiplayer. Currently on Vanilla Stardew, you can have up to 4 people on a farm. You can add more with mods, however the game gets a little bit glitchy. PC support for multiple people for bigger farms is going to be more fun for friends and less crashing. Hopefully. I've seen many questions about adding multiplayer for mobile playing, and unfortunately this still seems like there's nothing available for this yet. We still have many additions and adjustments to the gameplay, an all-new farm type, and new secrets and more still on this list. Currently, there are 7 different farm maps that you can choose from on your starting screen. My favorite is the forest farm layout. The standard farm offers the most space to plant crops and raise animals. The other 6 farms lack farming area, but offer special perks in comparison. The Riverland farm encourages fishing, the forest farm encourages foraging, the hilltop farm encourages mining, the wilderness farm encourages combat, but does not give combat experience for it. The Four Corners farm offers perks for other maps and encourages multiplayer. The Beach farm offers extra items and encourages fishing and foraging, but discourages farming late in the game. I've seen speculation about possibly adding a winter farm, which would be really interesting to see if this is the case, as most of the time you can't really plant anything in the winter. However, it would make sense with the new addition of winter outfits to add more content that is winter themed or to the season of winter itself. So perhaps the new festival will be in the winter, as I know early in game, winter's pretty boring unless you have the greenhouse or even Ginger Island unlocked. I've also seen a lot of people say that they're hoping that there will just be a bigger map for more farming and more space, because it's difficult to get a lot of space for farming without mods. Also, look! New frogs! This is important, this is very big news. They may just fall under the category of small additions and adjustments, but man, I can't help but notice that there's a couple new colors. There's a yellow one, there's a blue one, and is that a void one? Will frogs be similar to chickens in that we can set up a small terrarium and now have frogs that we can raise? Please let this be a yes. All the cottagecore girlies really need this right now, Eric. We need terrariums like coops that allow us to have frogs. I don't care if we don't get anything from them. I don't need any kind of animal drops. We need frogs, Eric. We need them. This list was very long and extensive and far more than I ever expected to see for this update. The biggest question I've seen so far is, will this update apply to all platforms? My assumption, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure, is yes. This update will happen across all platforms aside from the one that is just PC support for multiplayer. That one I believe will be PC only. However, in the past, updates were for all platforms. What generally happens in the updates is that it will happen for PC users first, and then console players and mobile players will roll out at a later time. So if you don't play on PC, I'm sorry, you may have to wait a little bit longer for the update to arrive to your console or mobile device. There is currently no set release date for the 1.6 update. ConcernedApe usually doesn't give dates for releases until he's certain that it is ready, but we've been talking about this update for quite a while, so I imagine he wants it to roll out before the end of this year. This is his last big update for Stardew for a while. He wanted to work on this update to take a break from Haunted Chocolatier, but once it's done, he plans to put his energy and focus back towards Haunted Chocolatier. It seems we'll soon get a sneak peek of what this update looks like as well, so keep your eyes peeled for updates. As always, I'm going to do my very best to keep you all updated with all news that's Stardew Valley and Haunted Chocolatier related, so if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't miss a single update. Hit that bell for notifications so that you can always be updated. And please do like and comment and interact with this video. I'm very, very close to hitting YouTube partner, and your views and interactions help me out a ton in achieving this goal. Keep up to date with me on all of my social media channels. I am the Anime Athlete everywhere. Be sure to check out the Patreon to get early access to videos, behind the scenes content, and more. And come visit me on Twitch to play Stardew Valley with me live. I'm live almost every single night around 8 p.m. Central Time. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good rest of your night.